Straight out of the left coast of the coast in the east. Started off on the quest to find his favorite drink. We talk sports, comics, silver screen. Don't forget about the music, cause we loving the beats. A slice of life for the whole damn pie. We got it all. We know you feeling the vibe. From old Gen X to young Gen Z. Either way, we gon' drink. It's Sun and Pops.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sun and Pops Culture. I'm Sun.
And I'm Pops.
And this is episode 127.
127. I thought it was going to be 128. I had something in my head.
No,
it's 127.
It's 127.
All right,
Next
well,
week.
it's 127.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we do here? Who are we?
What we do here at Sun and Pops Culture is give you our take on movies, music, video games, comic books, literature, sports, anime, and a little slice of life. Sometimes you get the whole pie. East and West, young and old, X and Z, Sun and Pops. Where can the people find us at, buddy?
You can check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Sun and Pops Culture. There we have the full visual episodes up on YouTube. We have highlights of the show and other fun stuff like trivia on our Instagram. But if you ever want us to talk about certain something or you just want to chat, hit us up because we love hearing from you guys.
Yes, indeed. We love hearing from our listeners. And to be honest, we couldn't do it without you. So please hit us up. Actually, one of our listeners did hit us up this week. But
they did?
Yeah, they did. I guess we'll get into that in a minute. They had a question for us to ask the people.
Okay. We'll definitely ask it. Someone I actually found out they had a listener, and I didn't know listen, so that was nice too. So thanks for listening. Yeah.
Oh,
I was surprised.
Cool.
But yeah, that's where you can find us. Do you want to start where we always start?
Yes, with this week's drink. This week's drink started as a 21-year-old's quest to find his favorite drink, but has since evolved or devolved into us drinking whatever we want. Because either way, we gonna
drink.
What do you have for the people, bud?
Today, I'm still finishing that pack. I'm on the last 3.
I love it. I love it.
I got poured out, but Miller Lite.
That ML, man, the gift that keeps on giving. Oh my gosh.
What about you?
Me? Well, it's because it's abnormally hot here in Pennsylvania, and I've been outside a little too much today. I am just hydrating with some Powerade. People, I swear to God, if somebody says I should be drinking Liquid IV or Pedialyte, I'll smack you dead. I know, okay? But my wife bought me some Powerade, so I'm going to drink it. So, yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah. But, so that's all I have. Little, fruit punch Powerade.
Nice.
Wet my whistle.
Oh, cheers.
All right. Cheers, bud.
Yeah, your weather is a lot hotter than what it is over here.
Lucky you. Yeah, lucky you. Well, you're finally getting out of June gloom, right?
Yeah, it's been consistently sunny. It still takes a minute. The mornings are gloomy, but and now it's getting into that sunny California weather everyone knows and loves.
Yeah. Yesterday was the first day of summer.
Yeah, longest day of the year.
Yes, indeed. So the days will be getting progressively shorter, people, from here on in.
Which I don't feel like you notice until
you don't
October.
Yeah. It's just a funny thing. I used to hit the mom, and your mom would be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, this is actually this the longest day of the year."
Yeah.
So but I mean it's so minuscule the difference the first few weeks you don't even notice. But just fun fact. But yeah, want me to get into that question real quick, or do you want to do the poll?
Yeah. No, get into the question. Then we can do the poll.
Well, as you know, bud, Juneteenth just came and went.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth. So which takes us right into the question. One of our loyal listeners texted us and said, should white people say to black folks, Happy Juneteenth? Is it a nice gesture or not? Thoughts?
Oh man, So layered, such a layered question.
Such a layered question.
It's just like, if you're saying it to everybody,
yeah,
it's kind of like if you're talking about slavery in class and everyone's looking at you. It's,
right.
It's
right.
it's like if you're saying it to everyone, then like it's whatever. But if they're just singling you out, then that's just weird. You gotta make it awkward.
Yeah. So just say Happy Juneteenth to everybody. It's even better.
Yeah. Or if like I saw like social media, like if you're doing like a Juneteenth, like officers at work be like, oh, 4th of July crock pot.
Yeah.
And they like everyone brings food. If you're doing that for Juneteenth, oh fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to make you don't have to single someone out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? I mean, I got to stay home from work one time on Juneteenth. Like literally. And I was like, I'm really off today.
Wait, today? This year?
No, not this year. It was the first year. I remember it was like the first year when they passed it. My boss was like, yeah, we're off tomorrow. And I was like, we are? He's like, yeah, it's Juneteenth. And I was like, yeah, we're actually off. And he was like, yeah. And then the next year, that was gone. So I was like,
it depends on company to company, which I still don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like, it's I guess it's the equivalent of like MLK Day.
Right.
There's like tiers to these holidays. It's
right.
Like, you have your big like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and then you have your President's Day, MLK.
Yeah.
Then like
now Juneteenth is in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I remember we got it off because they had literally just passed it. So they gave it to us because even though it wasn't in our contract because it didn't exist, when we wrote the contract. So then when they negotiated the next contract, they did not put Juneteenth.
Oh.
Because we only get X amount of holidays off.
Yeah.
So to keep Black Friday, we had to give up Juneteenth. That's what happened. Yeah. To get that 4-day weekend for Thanksgiving. Yeah. So, yep, that's what happened. But anyway, so yeah, I guess, I mean, this is kind of like you said, I guess, But then there's this thing, like I was working one time, this was 7-8 years ago, and this dude, it was Christmas time, and he kept saying Happy Kwanzaa to me. And like the third time he said it, I was like, yo, I don't celebrate Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Because I was like, he's trying to be fucking funny. Like, I was like, and that's how I felt, pardon my language, but that's how I felt. Like, he's just trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, oh, my bad. Like, he's like, I just thought maybe you did. And I was like, no, I don't, So he dropped it, but it was just like, dude, are you really trying to be happy?
I actually never met a person that celebrates that. Like,
no, me neither, to be honest.
Because
I've had a couple people say that they do, but I don't believe them. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just thought he was trying to be funny.
Yeah. Definitely. Honestly, if you acknowledge it's a holiday, that's as happy as I'll get. That's all I need.
Can I also say, wait, this is the same guy who he's old as shit, and we were talking about Ancestry one day.
With Kwanzaa, this Kwanzaa guy?
Yeah, the Kwanzaa guy. Okay. And we're in the break room, and he says to me, he said something. I'm this, and I'm that. He's like, and I'm African. And I was like, what? And he was like, Matt, we're all 1% African at least. And I was like, you're not wrong. But again, I feel like you're fucking with me. I was like, I feel like that's what you're doing. But that was just his personality. But anyways, I just remembered him saying that.
He's just trying to troll you with the
I'm like, this dude, man, he likes to mess with me. But anyways, so yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it progresses. Juneteenth. How it progresses.
Yeah, which I recently found out a tradition with that is to eat red food.
Red food?
Yeah, to represent the bloodshed. I guess that's what they did in the beginnings of it.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah, because I saw like a TikTok and they're like, man, they really did this for Juneteenth, and they're serving like watermelon.
Yeah.
And people and all the comments are like, oh, actually, you're supposed to eat red food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, they just didn't know. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that either. So I read it.
Well, see, that's funny. And there's an interesting fact about watermelon. I think we talked about it before. There's a really good Stuff You Should Know. It's called Stuff You Should Know. It's a podcast. Mm-hmm. No, they don't sponsor us. But they did one on the history of watermelon. and the stereotypes that come along with it, and it's
Mhm.
worth a listen. It's worth a listen. I could tell you it's all, but go listen for yourself. It's really interesting. It'll make you think twice about some of the things that you think of when you think of
Mhm.
watermelon. But yeah. So Juneteenth happened. I guess we're going to say it's okay to say Happy Juneteenth.
Yeah, it's
No.
complicated.
Yeah, it's still. We're going to put that one as it's complicated.
Yeah.
Only time will tell. We'll revisit that in about 3 more Juneteens.
Yeah, but that could be a
Yeah.
Key and Peele skit.
Yeah, it could. It definitely could be a Key and Peele skit. Yeah, I could actually see it.
Mhm.
You'd
I'm
have both.
picturing like 1950s esque like setting, and they're like, "Oh, Happy Juneteenth."
Juneteenth, yeah. And one of them's pissed, and one of them's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, well, thank you very much." And the other one's fucking pissed.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, and then it would have Key.
Yeah.
He would be like the white passing guy, and the white person saying Happy Juneteenth to like Peele and stuff. Not
Yes.
Key. It would
Yeah.
be Jordan Peele as the white passing guy, and there'd
Yeah.
be the white person saying Happy Juneteenth, and then they get to Jordan Peele, and they pause to look at him.
Yeah, to look at him.
And they don't know what to say.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yes.
That's my idea.
Yeah, I like it. So when you see that on, Key and Peele,
when they do their reunion special,
then they do that skit. Yeah, you heard it here first. It's par for the course. So yeah, but
want to get into the poll?
Yeah, let's talk about that poll.
Thank you, listener, for that question, though.
Yeah.
I hope we did our best. So this week's poll, because every week I asked on our Instagram you guys a question, and then the next episode I share the results. This week's question was best music biopic. The options were Bohemian Rhapsody, Elvis, Rocketman, and Straight Outta Compton. Last place with 0%. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised just because that made so much money.
Yeah.
People watched it. It honestly made the most money out of all of these.
Yeah, over Rocketman. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it got beat by Rocketman is what I'm saying. I'm like, wow.
Rocketman is pretty well regarded.
Is it really? I've never seen it. I just felt like, is it really?
Parts. Yeah, it's like people. Yeah, well, we'll get into the results here. It's third place, 20% Elvis. Not surprised there. That mixed reviews.
Yeah, but hey,
everything.
Those of us who love it.
Yeah, people that really like it, they love it. Then tied for first with 40%, Rocketman and Straight Outta Compton. So just shows you how much love Rocketman got. It didn't make a ton of money, but it has grown its fandom. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Straight Outta Compton was like a movement.
Yeah, it was. It was, and I don't know. Like, I liked that movie, but I was never like over the moon for it. I liked it though.
Yeah, I liked it. That's what I voted for. I thought it was like obviously it's not 100% factual, but it does its best to tell the formation of the group and to basically the end of it. I think it works well, and it's not it's not to the Bohemian Rhapsody when there was just so much of it was falsified. And stuff just for the sake of story. Stuff's exaggerated in Straight Outta Compton, but for the most part, it's pretty accurate with what it's telling.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the poll. I know you voted for Elvis.
I did. I just love it.
Yeah, you should check out Rocketman though.
I think I will actually. I will. I like that. What's his name? Because he was in the Tetris movie too.
Oh, Taron Egerton?
Yeah. I like him.
Yeah. I've heard somewhere he's like Tom Holland if he could act. Because they're both British, and he does different types of roles.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was
that's funny,
but
kind of true.
Kind of true, because he
kind of true. They even
he does different stuff. Yeah.
He's like the acting version of Tom Holland.
Mm-hmm.
What if Tom Holland's actually him, but he just
He's the
he just
blockbuster version.
yeah
Oh,
he's
you mean Tom Holland has two
exactly
different
yeah he's like, oh, I
lives?
got to do a serious role. Okay, I'm gonna
I'm
go.
Taron Egerton.
Yeah,
That's his pen name.
let me put on 10 pounds and drop my R's a little bit. I got it. Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny.
I
And
saw
when
that
he's dating Zendaya, he's Tom Holland.
he's Tom
And
Holland. Yeah,
Zendaya doesn't know.
she doesn't. Yeah, she doesn't.
She just thinks he's filming another movie when
She'll
he's
be
away.
watching. She'll be watching the Egerton movies. Like, we should do more movies like this, babe.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, I probably should. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's funny. They took Spider-Man. She took Spider-Man to the family cookout. That's all I know.
Oh yeah.
Remember when she took him,
Yeah.
and then her family was like, "Spider-Man's at the cookout," and I was like,
Yeah,
her
that's-
family is calling him Spider-Man, and that was
That
everything
would
to me.
100% happen.
Oh
too.
God, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
They would not be calling him Tom.
Yeah, they'd be like, Spider-Man.
Thomas. Yeah. Mhm.
Spider-Man's over there dancing with my grandma. Look at that.
Mhm.
It's so funny. Yeah,
It's funny.
yeah. Love it.
It is funny. The reason why I asked that poll question, like the biopic, was because we got a trailer for the Bruce Springsteen movie coming out in this fall. It's called Springsteen Deliver Me from Nowhere.
Okay.
It's coming out October 24th of this year.
Oh.
Yeah. And who's playing Bruce Springsteen is
Yes, chef.
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah. How's it look? I didn't get to see it. How's it look?
It looks good. It looks
Yeah.
good. It's directed by Scott Cooper, I believe. Yeah, Scott Cooper, who did like I think Crazy Heart, that Jeff Bridges movie. Jeff Bridges
Oh,
won the
yeah.
Oscar for.
Yeah.
So he's done like this type like musical-esque movies
Mhm.
before, so it kind of looked, what I've heard, similar in tone. But it looks good. It's like not a telling his whole life. It's like just this central moment or this key moment in his life. So it looked interesting.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Wow. I'll have to check out
I know
that
you're a
trailer.
Springsteen fan, so
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like
mhm,
Springsteen.
I think you like it, and you like Jeremy Allen White. So
I do.
yeah, and he's not
Okay.
going for like, oh, I need to sound exactly like him, or I need to look exactly like him.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like comment. What is it?
Encompassing.
Encompassing his aura.
Yes. Well, hey, aura's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Aura is a thing. Yeah. Yeah. I'll check that out. I'm gonna watch the trailer when we get done, for sure. But I
Yeah.
didn't even know it dropped. So
Yeah, they just did it.
yeah. I'll check it out. And yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing that.
Mhm.
I only got to watch a little bit of Complete Unknown.
Oh, you actually did watch a little?
I watched some of it. Yeah, I watched like the last. I think your mom watched it, and I came in at the tail end and said, "Yeah,
Oh, I gotta.
yeah," because I
talk
came
to
in
her
at the tail
about
end
that.
and was like,
I
"Yeah, it
wish
was,"
you knew
because
who
she
Bob
was
Dylan was.
she was explaining to me like what had happened. You know,
Yeah.
like I'll tell you what, if they ever make a biopic of like what's her name, Janis Joplin,
Mm.
your mom will be like right there. Believe it or not, first day,
Mhm.
like she'd be like right there.
Mhm.
Like there, she's like a low key fan of certain stuff.
Yeah. She
I
does
think
like her.
I've been with your mom for 27 years, and I've never actually seen her play a Janis Joplin song. But if I play one, she'll be like, "Ooh, yeah," and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
so yeah. Probably was the same thing with Bob Dylan. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. She probably
Okay.
like low key likes Dylan, and we just never
Yeah,
knew.
then
'cause-
no. That movie's
never came.
okay. That movie's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
It's like, it's enjoyable, but it's very surface level. Very
yeah,
surface level.
yeah. Well, it's tough to do these movies and dig when you have to get permission from the estates to do it. You know what I mean?
True.
So, I mean, even like you think about Elvis, all the bad stuff they showed about Elvis, we already knew. So it's not even like, you know what I mean? It was like
Yeah.
groundbreaking.
I'm not even saying that you have to have the bad stuff to make it a
Right.
good movie. It's just like I don't know. It's just give me something more. Like
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
just give me a Wikipedia summary. Like I
Ah,
could read
got you.
that.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Make
There was
me-
an article I read recently, and it made me think about you. And it was about how younger, not saying you're younger than me. So it was
Mhm.
like how younger viewers are affecting how they make things now because people don't watch things critically anymore. But you do.
Media literacy is way down.
Yeah, break it down
It's
to the
so
people,
bad.
but yeah.
If I have to break it media literacy down, you need media literacy. I don't need to break that down.
Yeah, I gotta break it down to you. It's already broke, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I immediately thought of you because I was like, yeah, you're one of the only people I know, not just in your age group, but just in general, that watches things critically. Like you don't just sit there and go, you know what I mean? You're actually like, you know, you can take it apart and take a bite out of it and, you know, break it back down, spit it back out. You know.
Well, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah, you know. Oh, like I see it. I'm getting a hard time for that from people lately. On a side note.
What?
Because I'll just tell people, oh, you do this, and I like it. And they're all like, you do that? I'm like, well, yeah. Why would I not? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm not bullshitting you. Believe me. Like, if your cooking's bad, I'm like, man, that was a unique meal. I won't
say anything.
Yeah, I won't say anything. I won't say it's good if it ain't. Believe me.
No.
Believe me.
Yeah.
I won't. Yeah. So
I know.
So trust me.
I've never done that though. Like, this is good.
Yeah.
No, just don't even try.
Yeah.
I can't lie about that stuff.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I've been in some situations too, but where I've had some. Since we're talking about food, I've
and
had
they're
some
looking
food
at you like, what do you think?
Look, I had my one buddy. His wife said, "Matt, I can't cook," and he was like, "She can't, dog." And I was like, "Okay." So then, like, you know, she brought me a plate, and she was like, "No, really, like, I can't cook." And it actually wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't like bad.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was just like, and she's sitting there, and I'm like, it's okay, like it's fine. And he's like, and then he's like, what is this, babe? What is this? And I was like, what are you doing right now? But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. You know, she got an A for effort.
Yeah, she tried.
But she did,
and she was honest. She
and she did this something. She made this one thing, and I was like, wait, this actually tastes kind of familiar. Like I've had this. It was, they like brought back like a childhood type memory. I was like, wait, I've had this before.
To grandma's cooking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, I actually kind of liked your cooking.
Yeah, I was like, wait, this reminds me of, like when I,
I'm joking, Grandma. I'm joking.
When Chris's mom made that fluff for Thanksgiving that year, and I hadn't had fluff in like since I was like 6, and I was like, what is that? I like looked it up and went, what is that?
Yeah.
And she was like, it's fluff, and I was like, it's fluff. I was like, oh my God, this was like my favorite dessert as a kid. And I was like, I hadn't had it in so long.
Yeah.
And I like took like a gigantic, scoop of fluff like this big is like 12 calories. Because it's fluff. But
yeah, it's artificial sugar, everything.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, it's so good, it's so amazing. Yeah. But anyways, we digress. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to go?
Rocket Man and what's his name?
We're talking about the Springsteen trailer. But,
Springsteen, yeah.
Another trailer I had was Eddington trailer. This is A24 movie, ND. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is because Ari Aster is the director, and for those who don't know, he's the director of Hereditary and Midsommar.
Terrifying.
Hereditary is terrifying. That's like one of the best horror movies ever. That stays with you. But his last movie was Beau's Not Afraid, which was like a horror comedy.
Yeah.
This movie seems like a drama comedy.
Really?
Or crime drama comedy. Yeah, it does not seem like it has any horror elements in it. Joaquin Phoenix is in it. Pedro Pascal, Emma Stone, Austin Butler. It has a strong cast.
That's stacked.
Yeah. Comes out in July. It aired at Cannes. I know that.
Okay.
It premiered at Cannes, I mean. And the premise, it's during the COVID-19 pandemic, a standoff between a small town sheriff and a mayor sparks a powder keg as neighbor is pitted against neighbor in Eddington, New Mexico.
Really?
I think this is interesting because we're already getting COVID period pieces. It's 2025.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, there are stories that can definitely be told. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that? Remember that one they did with Anne Hathaway and Chiwetel?
No.
All right.
COVID movie?
It was a COVID movie. And it was like soon after COVID.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. A love story. But this from that guy, I'm going to let you watch it first. Then I need you to confirm to me it's not horror, and then I'll watch it because Hereditary had me messed up for like 3 years. I'm still not.
Oh yeah,
I'm still not right. I don't trust that
I've
guy.
only
I don't
seen his
trust
2
him.
movies. His last one like was 3 hours long, and it had really mixed reviews. So I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time. Like if I'm not gonna enjoy it.
He's with Joaquin, and I'm like, I never know what version we're getting with him.
Yeah,
and putting those two together seems like, oh my gosh.
I know, like you're just gonna get weird. I heard that last movie was Bro's Not Afraid was just weird.
Yeah. I think I might have read the Wikipedia on that. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was out there. 3 hours of that. I just did not have the time to do that.
Yeah.
But this one seems the movie's gonna be different from what the trailer is, but it seems more like, I don't want to say straightforward, but not as bizarre as his other films. We'll see. Did
you see Midsommar?
Yeah, I watched that. That was different too, but I liked it.
That was Florence Pugh, right?
Yeah, that was like one of her first big movies.
Yeah.
Or starring or leading role movies.
Yeah,
she was
shall see. Did you see The Curious Case of the Johnson Family though? Like his very first one? Yeah.
That was a short film.
Yeah, Don was telling me about that.
I read about it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. No, I was like, hey, I ain't watching that either. So
that was different.
A little too much.
Yeah.
Well, that's when I read the thing. He said he likes to take a scenario, like what's the worst thing you can think of? And they say it, and then they say, okay, let's make it worse. And then they build from that. And I'm like, geez, dog. So unnecessary.
You can tell.
Yeah.
In these films.
Yeah.
Hereditary is his best one though, by far.
By far. But
not just on a
no, it's a well-made film.
It like says a lot. Yeah.
But it's terrifying as well.
It is.
And it's crazy how remember I kept falling asleep. I was sleeping and put it on, and I'd wake up and like, oh hell no, and go back to sleep. And I wake up again.
It doesn't get like that till like the last 20 minutes too. Or the last act, I should say.
But I was like, this movie is so crazy. When she was making all those miniatures of everything, I was like, this movie is just going to be crazy. Remember his mom was the artist and she was making I was like, this movie's crazy. I was like, this movie's crazy. Yeah. But anyways. Are we you want to stay on movies for a second or you want to move on?
Yeah, we can. I still have some movie news.
Oh, you do?
What do you have? Yeah.
Oh no, I just had the announcement about X-Men. But
did Marvel actually announce the X-Men movie?
Yeah, but it was they announced a director for the X-Men movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in Variety. So
who's the director?
The director for the new X-Men movie was also the director of Thunderbolts, aka New Avengers, Jake Schreier. And I like the idea because I feel like he can handle an ensemble.
Of like relatively unknown people.
Yeah. It sounds like it's definitely not going to just be punchy, throwy, slammy.
Yeah, you need that depth.
Yeah, you need X-Men. You do. You really do. And I kind of like the fact that although Thunderbolts didn't make the money people had hoped it would make, Marvel was like, but it was still a good fucking movie, and they're doubling down. They're doubling down with this guy because I mean, that's the thing everybody's scratching their head about is everybody agrees Thunderbolts was good. It's just people didn't go see it,
because there was just characters. I mean, like the average person, wasn't going to be like, oh, Red Guardian, like they're just like, who are these people? I'm not going to go. I
don't know if that's why. I thought for sure you would say Fatigue. I thought you would say Fatigue. For sure.
No, it's definitely the average moviegoer. Saw the poster or the trailer and they're like, whatever. Like they just did not. So they're not watching the shows. They're just watching the movies. They do not know any of them. They just didn't care to go see.
Okay.
Because Fantastic Four will make more money than Thunderbolts. I mean,
better.
Captain America: Brave New World made more money. Why? Because Captain America and Red Hulk.
Yeah, and even though there's 5 minutes of Red Hulk, but yeah. They should have just brought Zemo back for that movie.
Captain America
Yeah, I'm just saying.
instead of the leader.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But because we'll never see the leader again, and Zemo was like cool, like Zemo was a cool bad guy. But yeah, I don't know.
That's cool, but like to agree with you, I'm happy that they didn't just cast aside the Thunderbolts movie and were like, you know what, you made a good movie, like we want to keep working with you.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. I kind of not say I can have an idea what that X-Men movie is going to feel like, but kind of do get an idea now what it'll feel like.
I have more faith in it.
Yeah,
I wish they would like announce when it's gonna happen, or like anything else.
Does their calendar even matter anymore?
I don't know, because I just saw they like announced a Marvel movie coming in 2028, but it just left untitled. Which at this point, like that's not really news. We know Marvel's gonna have a movie every year.
Yeah,
they gave us like an exact date. I just forget, but but they always act like, oh, this is crazy news. Marvel announced an untitled Marvel movie. Yeah, kind of figured.
They're gonna.
We have not got a year.
Yeah,
I mean, we've only 1 year because of COVID.
I mean, it kind of takes me into the article about that James Gunn just did with Rolling Stone magazine.
Oh yeah.
And he was actually talking about basically he just came out and said like Disney's involvement is kind of what fucking ruined Marvel. Like they demanded too much of the studio, and it stretched them too thin, and it's what led to like the last couple phases just being kind of mediocre. And I was like, wow,
that makes a lot of sense because they launched Disney Plus in 2019, and they needed new original content to fill it.
And that was their mandate. Was like, we need stuff for this thing. And it was like, meanwhile, that just blows my mind because I'm like, you're Disney. You have a whole library of stuff. Like you'll get suburban housewives to get Disney Plus so their kid has something to watch every day. Trust me, you don't need all. And I mean, and then I'm sorry.
I agree.
You go on Disney Plus, and even if you take out all the Marvel stuff, they have so much content on there that like you didn't need to say you didn't need to
spam all the new stuff.
No, people would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at Netflix. Honestly, like half of the stuff on Netflix, I have no desire to watch. The next quarter, I say I'll get around to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much content.
I would say 75%. I'm like, I'm not watching.
Right.
And then like 15% is like, oh, I'll get to it. And
I'll
then
get to it. Yeah.
And 5%, I'll watch
or
this.
10 or whatever. Yeah, I'll watch this. Yeah. So it's like, so when Disney was, I'm like, you're Disney. You have 100-year catalog of just Disney stuff with the name Disney on it. Yeah. And you own ABC. And you own, like, you know what I mean? You own all this other stuff. Like, you had content. You didn't have to say, you know, people are only going to buy this for Marvel. No, they're not. They're going to buy it for Disney.
Or they're only going to buy this for new stuff.
Yeah,
they didn't have
crazy.
Hulu until at the launch. They didn't have Hulu.
They didn't have Hulu at the launch?
They didn't combine them at the launch.
Oh, okay. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And even that, I'm not a corporate executive. I don't know anything about any of it. But it does blow me in my mind when they had, like, because they had ESPN too, they had Hulu, they had Disney Plus. I'm like, wouldn't you just like?
Yeah, why didn't you think like, let's make one app?
One app, like, and like even with HBO, just maybe we should turn it back to HBO Max. You think? Like, like you think? Like you renamed your streaming service like 3 times. Like it's just crazy. It's just crazy. You're like, you're brilliant. No, I'm really not. Like,
yeah, but that James Gunn interview is telling, especially when you looked at the numbers for phase 1 through 5 and phase 4 was the lowest ever.
The lowest, yeah.
And we're talking
still
phase
made billions, but
it made 3.3 billion.
Yeah.
And the first one was like 3.6. But if you look at the first one, it's like 6 movies. Iron Man 2, Thor, Incredible Hulk, Captain America, Avengers.
Yeah. And you look at the budgets on those too. What they made.
Yeah. So that's so crazy. Phase 4 made so little.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people, I mean, it's like when you got a comment and say, hey, what did you think? You know, that's the first sign of like, you know, like it wasn't everything.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
And because I just saw another clip of when Captain America picked up the hammer and somebody was like, I just want this moment back. I'm like, we're never going to have that moment again.
No, it's
I was
lightning
like
in a
that.
bottle.
That's yeah. I was like that. What you witnessed, if you were one of the fortunate people to be there when that shit happened, like it's lightning in a bottle. Never going to happen again. Never.
And people saying I want this back is like also what is ruining them, because they're trying to do big moments like that with no build up or setup, so it's just not as satisfying.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, remember Naughty by Nature, the rap group?
The rap, yeah.
You know OPP.
No.
You don't know? Yeah, you know me. You down with OPP?
Oh, maybe if I heard it. I am not born and raised on Naughty by Nature.
Okay, well, Hip Hop Hooray. Hooray.
Yeah. I know that.
Okay. Sidebar. So when OPP came out, that was their first song. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Well, they had other songs, but they weren't like those type of songs. But they were still good.
Mm-hmm.
But OPP was like their banger. All the other songs, they were just rappers. There was a little hook. But OPP was the one that people go like, yeah, you know me. So then, boom, they come out with Hip Hop Hooray. And it's kind of the same thing. Like, Hip Hop Hooray, everybody singing along, oh, hey. And then Naughty by Nature became kind of like that group. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't just like Tretch didn't just get the rap anymore. Yeah. Everything had to have this like catchy hook for people to sing along to. And it kind of ruined them, in my opinion. And that's kind of, I think, like what happened with Marvel. They had these like really catchy things, really exciting moments. Yeah, they just, and now all they're doing is trying to recapture it instead of just moving forward and making me say holy shit in a different way, I guess.
True.
But so we'll see. I just can't believe this shit started when I was like 38. Now I'm about to be 50.
They're so trying to get after it. Yep.
Yeah. We don't get no breaks around here. Clearly, you don't. So yeah.
And speaking with like upcoming Marvel films, Spider-Man 4, Brand New Day. Mm-hmm. That's coming out next July.
Yeah.
Little fun thing. Tom Holland, he's in the Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's movie. That's also coming out in July. And then like 2 weeks later is Brand New Day.
Wow.
So, 2 big movies for him. Anyway, they announced that The Punisher, John Bernthal's The Punisher, is going to be a character in Spider-Man 4.
My favorite cameo actor. I love him.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like he's going to have a role. Fans were speculating, and they kind of hinted that Hulk was going to be in it. And
what?
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
I didn't hear that, no.
This was like a month or two ago. They were like, for some reason, sources were saying Hulk was going to be in Brand New Day, and people were like, what? Like, I thought Spider-Man was going to be back to the basics. Like, how in any way, shape, or form will Hulk be in it? And then people were just thinking, like, well, if Hulk's in it, then, like, if, like, people only care about Hulk when he's Berserker Hulk. So if it goes Berserker, we're going to have, like, the same plot for every time Hulk goes Berserk. It's like, he gets mind controlled. Someone has to stop him.
Yeah.
And,
I mean... Yeah,
and so it would be Spider-Man if he's in Spider-Man movie. And then that contributes to Hulk being diminished every time he shows up.
Yeah, because
he hasn't won a fight since
he beat up
Abomination.
Loki. Yeah, Abomination. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He's like we want to show you how tough somebody is. We'll have the
Hulk fight him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then lose. Yeah.
So fans were like saying that like if he is in Spider-Man 4, not only is it not making Spider-Man this grounded character like with how No Way Home ended, but also will you have Hulk be Hulk again, which is what the people want, but at what cost?
Yeah.
That's just a rumor, unlike Punisher, which they confirmed. So that with the Punisher being confirmed, that makes me think, oh, it is going to be this grounded character story.
Yeah.
Because Punisher is a dude with guns.
That's what he is. Who doesn't care?
Doesn't
That's
care.
it. Yeah. Drinks his coffee black. And that's it. Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like that's how he gets all hyped
yeah,
up.
and
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
like, I love John Bernthal. I love him as an
Hey,
actor and him as
yeah,
Punisher. Like,
yeah,
this is gonna be like, this is his first time on the big screen as the character.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
So,
Yeah,
and it's in Spider-Man. This is huge
yeah,
for Punisher.
yeah.
Not
For
just
Punisher. Yeah,
like that's huge.
and I think that'll bring on. I'm sure we'll get some Daredevil then for sure. When we
Oh
get Punisher.
yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe it'll tie into Born Again then with the street level stuff.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
it's
but
going to be interesting seeing. I mean, it's always interesting seeing Punisher and Spider-Man like interact.
and how they interact.
Yeah, like two
That yeah,
vastly different people. So I'm
yeah,
just imagining Bernthal and Tom Holland. Like,
yeah. They're actually filming a movie together right now. You know that? Well, they were.
it's the Odyssey.
Is it the Odyssey?
Yeah, isn't John Bernthal in the Odyssey?
I could have swore it was called like the Pilgrimage or something, but maybe it is the Odyssey.
Oh, maybe.
I'll check myself. You know, before I wreck myself.
No, you're good. But yeah, I was
but
very
they said
excited.
they said they were reading lines
both
for
in the
Spider-Man at the same time as they were.
That's funny. They're both in
Yeah.
the Odyssey, though. I just looked at
Are
it.
they really?
Yeah, so maybe they have 3 movies coming up.
That'd be a lot.
That would be. But yeah, that was really exciting news. Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah. It gives me hope.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Spider-Man cartoon comic book right now is horrible. And
Isn't it always?
And it's for a minute now. And rumor has it that the Ultimate Universe is ending at 24 issues. I don't know if that's
already.
True. Yeah, that's what I heard, but I don't know if that's true. I'm saying right now, I don't know if that's true.
Oh, okay.
So,
it's just so interesting because both DC and Marvel, like what's hot right now is their Ultimate. Or their
absolutes.
Yeah, their absolutes runs. So I'd be shocked if they end that so soon.
I mean, it'll be 2 years if Marvel ends it, but I don't know. But I mean, it's for Hickman. 2 years is par for the course for him. 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And who knows? It could have been the same thing that happened with his X-Men run. I'm not gonna get on some big deep dive with comic books, but I mean, I just read that interview, listened to that interview with him, and found out what actually happened with his run on X-Men, and it was just terrible what they did to him.
Yeah.
So he had a 3-year plan. Everybody that he got involved liked the first year of the plan so much they didn't want to stop doing that.
Oh, wow.
Like that's what happened. He's like, I have a 3-act story. I'm telling you.
Yes.
And he brings in people that he likes to work on different parts of the story. Act 1, but then it became, well, we love Act 1. Let's just keep doing Act 1. And he was like, no, I'm telling a 3-part story. So then he was like, peace, I'm out. Like he was just like, you guys just want to stay and keep doing this. And so he left.
Well, at least
I was
he
like,
has the power to be able to do that.
But it just reflects. But as a fan, you remember how hype I was when he took over X-Men. It was the best X-Men had been in 20 years.
Yeah.
like literally.
And that does suck. But at least maybe where you would think it would be like, oh well, maybe we should listen to the creators.
Well,
so this doesn't happen.
If they just handed him the reins to the Ultimate Universe. And now there's rumors that it's ending after 24
something
issues.
happened.
I'm like, huh. I'm like, why is that? I'm like, what happened now? You know what I mean? So it's just, and that's how you lose good creators. Because they just get tired of BS.
And they go to DC.
Dude, Mark Waid was supposed to write X-Men 3 different times. And he bumped heads with Marvel's editorial and just never got to do it. He got to do dialogue for Onslaught or something.
Yeah.
But they just wouldn't leave him. They just wouldn't stop messing with him. He'd be like, you know what? Never mind.
Wow.
And I was just like, come on, man. Come on. But anyways, we'll see.
We'll see.
Barenthal in the MCU, baby. Let's go. And the Bear's starting soon. When is the Bear coming out?
The Bear's this week.
What?
Yeah, June 25th. June 25th.
Yes, chef.
Week. So by next episode, we'll probably have a review. We'll see.
Boy. Hey, the title on YouTube is going to say, yes, chef. That's what it's going to say.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yes.
I haven't seen ads strung up around here.
Oh, you have?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Oh,
They'll
that's
have like
dope. That's
because
dope.
they'll do like the ones they paint on the walls and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
see those everywhere.
That is a cool
Real
little
simple.
town
It's
you
just
live
like
in.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I always say I wish they did this. I think I might have told you this. I wish they advertised in other cities like how they do here, because
Yeah.
here you have like people are in tune with the industry.
Yeah,
So
they're in
like
tune. Yeah.
like I passed a bus stop and it was designed for Elio. What's Elio?
Yeah.
The new Pixar
Yeah.
movie, which
Yeah.
half you guys probably like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly my point. Like imagine having a bus stop of Elio in downtown Pittsburgh. People would be
Right.
taking that and posting it
They would.
on social media because it's Pittsburgh. You
Yeah.
don't get
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. True. True indeed.
But they do that stuff all around here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, yeah, but you took us on our little ride. Just the stuff you see looking around. It's like, man, like that's dope. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Don't never mind that homeless guy over there, but that billboard.
This Elio bus stop is really cool. And
The guy-
there's a homeless man sleeping right
Yeah, the
under it.
homeless man that's sleeping underneath it. I mean, that's not as cool. But
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a city.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bear's coming out soon.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. No doubt. No doubt.
We just talked about the MCU. Going to the DCU.
Mm-hmm.
We know a Clayface movie's coming out. It's a horror movie based off the villain. They casted Clayface. You see that this news?
Yes, I did. I saw it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Tom Rice Harris. That's how I'm gonna say his name. Relatively unknown actor. He's a Welsh actor. This will kind of be his big American movie. According to sources, the plot is this centers on a B-movie actor who becomes a walking piece of clay after injecting himself with a substance in an attempt to keep himself relevant. So it seems like it's going to the OG Clayface.
They want OG. Yeah, that's OG.
Yeah, which we said we were hoping they were going to do.
Yeah.
And this makes sense for this type of Batman universe.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get it too crazy.
I couldn't imagine big, monstrous Clayface, like smashing
I could see it
buildings.
ending like that. I could see the climax, him going monstrous. It's spinning out of control, but I think, the bulk of the movie will be more subtle.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm sure they're going to take a lot of influence from that movie, The Substance, just last year.
That's really what I was just thinking.
Yeah, like getting worse and worse. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here. I mean, I'm here for it. That's supposed to start filming soon too.
It's coming out September 11th, 2026.
Wow.
Budget around $40 million.
They must have listened. They must have listened to Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah, like
Kevin Smith's been saying that for years. You can make a good Batman movie for like $40 million. What are you doing? And it's the truth. It's the truth.
Don't need much.
Wow. He's like, watch all this money. You know, Matt Reeves is like, I just want a percentage of the profits. And everyone's like, know what you're doing. He's like, yeah, watch.
He's not directing this, so.
He's not.
No.
Who's directing this one?
Originally it was Mike Flanagan, but I think they changed it.
So Matt Reeves wrote the script, right?
No, Mike Flanagan wrote the script. He does a lot of Stephen King adaptations. He did The Haunting of Hill House. Dr. Sleep. Like, he's a horror director.
The Haunting of Hill House. How many people you know?
He's not directing it anymore. People really love The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah, but how many people do you know that had sleep paralysis after watching that show? That's all.
I never watched that show.
Yeah. I have sleep paralysis. I'm like, do you? Never heard of it till 2 weeks ago, but okay. Anyways, go ahead.
That's funny. James Watkins is directing it. He just did a horror movie last year, Speak No Evil, with James McAvoy. That's kind of his biggest movie. But he is a horror director.
Okay.
Mike Flanagan was originally set to direct. I do remember seeing that, but for some reason he dropped out. But he still wrote it, so.
Okay.
At least they have a strong script.
Well, I'm going to get my money regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And we have about, 2.5 weeks till Superman, right?
Yes. Yes. July
Yeah.
11th is the official date.
My blackout has begun because they
Me
just
too.
keep
I've been reading
trying.
Superman comics to prep myself.
Yeah, what'd you think of Up in the Air?
I didn't read that yet. I read
Oh,
All-Star Superman and
okay.
Superman 4 Seasons,
What'd you think of All
which is
Star?
good back to back. All-Star was good. It's definitely speaks to like
The Silver Age.
Superman is Superman for these reasons. Like he can do anything.
Yeah. It's very Silver Agey. Superman.
Yeah, like the
but
stuff
with a
he's
modern,
doing.
but with a modern twist on it. Like
And it's
some of
surprisingly
those,
funny.
yeah. Well, some of it, yeah. Some of it is actual, like almost like issues, like that Samson Hercules.
Oh yeah.
That story was a Silver Age story.
Oh really? That was a funny one.
Yeah.
It's very like
Yeah.
it was fun reading it because I think the issue with Superman is like, oh well, what are the stakes if he can do anything?
Yeah.
And
It
even
is-
like reading this, it's not like I never felt like, oh man, like how is he gonna win? I was so entertained just because it was like
Yeah.
it kind of knows, oh, he's gonna find a way out of this, but
Yeah,
this
but it's
is
finding
why
that
it's
way.
fun. Yeah, it's finding that way.
Yeah. Because you can't punch everything.
You can't punch in everything.
Yeah.
You can't, yeah. And it was well done. And I really liked how they did Clark. And they had a little like snippet in the back, like talking about how they designed the characters. But yeah, they definitely made him like a drastic different, like just the character design. And like they made him slouch. And that
was that Christopher Reeve stuff.
Yeah,
bud.
yeah. And they even said they not just wanted him to be different, they wanted to act different. So like they made him too big for his environment. So he's like slipping and bumping into stuff, and he's just a big oaf.
Big oaf. Yeah. He's nothing super about it.
And I was like, oh yeah, people wouldn't know he's Superman.
Yeah. He's not walking around standing up straight.
Yeah.
They there were some great moments in that series.
Yeah, there are really strong moments, and it definitely speaks on Superman as the alien. It's one of those stories because I read Superman 4 Seasons by Jeff Loeb.
Yeah.
And that's Superman as the human. That's like more Clark Kent, whereas like Superman also is Kal-El.
He's for sure. God, Superman.
Yeah, even when he's signing off, like his final journal, he says Kal-El at the end.
Oh wow,
yeah. Before Seasons, it's definitely Clark as Superman, and it was simple. It's real simple. It's basically like a retelling of his origin, but like it's four chapters, 4 seasons, but each chapter is like a different narrator. Like chapter 1 was Paul Kent, chapter 2 was Lois Lane, chapter 3 was Lex Luthor, and chapter 4 was Lana. I forget his last name.
Lana.
Lana Lang. So yeah, that was interesting. It was simple, but it was well done.
You know what? It's another sidebar. Lana Lang was, Superboy's girlfriend in Smallville.
Oh, Superboy, like Clark Kent Superboy, or
Clark Kent Superboy.
Okay.
And like Silver Age. But as you know, the first comic wasn't Superboy; it was Superman, and then they started to do Superboy comics.
Yeah.
Later, so but imagine me in 1981, like I'm like, well, why is he with Lois? Lana's like his first, you know what I mean? Like I'd be reading these little like compact digest comic books. They're like this big. I used to get them at Hurd's drugstore in Washington, and they'd be like 3 books in one, and like they were Superboy. They'd be like Superboy, Legion of Superheroes. And I didn't understand at the time that it wasn't being told like, what's the word?
Linearly,
yeah. I was like, I thought they were, that they were being told linearly. So I just never understood Superman and Lois as much as Superman and Lana, Superboy and Lana.
Yeah.
And then then I find out, oh, that's
different time period. Yeah,
it's just a retcon. Like they were like, let's just tell another story of when he was young and he couldn't have been with Lois, so who was his love interest going to be? Because there was a point in modern Superman prior to Crisis where Lana came to Metropolis.
Oh,
so there was like beef with her and Lois. You know what I mean?
Lana, she had a little cameo in All-Star Superman too.
Mm-hmm. I think it was the one with Paul, right? When Paul Kent dies.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. That's a great issue. I like the issue with Zabaro when they're on the Bizarro planet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I really do, because it's just like he's tragic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Superman's like I can't take you with me.
It was just so hard reading that.
Yeah,
Because
it's
the
bizarre stuff.
Bizarros.
Yeah, it's
I
tough.
was just skimming it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my God.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
respect for writing that. Like, oh my God.
yeah. Mino,
Mhm.
Mino
And it's the
M.
opposite
Yeah,
of
Mino
what they
M.
mean.
Your friend, or Mino M.
Yeah.
Your enemy, and
Mhm.
then he punches you. What? Like yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah,
But it was funny.
yeah. But yeah, that's cool. Glad you enjoyed those. Glad you enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's worth checking out. Other movie news I have Catherine Bigelow. You know her.
I
Acclaimed
do.
director. Catherine Bigelow.
What you direct?
Well, James Gunn's ex-wife, but she directed Point Break,
Oh yeah,
Zero
yeah,
Dark 30,
yeah. Zero
Hurt
Dark 30.
Locker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
First and only woman director to win the Oscar.
yeah. Wait, I did not know that was James Gunn's ex-wife.
They were married for like 2 years in the 90s.
Yeah,
Like
they were like,
she had a career, married him,
yeah,
broke up 2 years later.
yeah. Okay, so Catherine Bigelow.
You know, she's a goat. So her next movie is being released on Netflix on October 24th of this year, but also selected theaters for like a short little run. It's called House of Dynamite, and it centers on a single missile being launched at the U.S. and the process of determining who was responsible and how to react.
Oh, well now.
That's very interesting. Like, this just announced that it was coming out. Very interesting. And you know this movie is going to be very, very tense because we've seen her past work.
Yes, we have.
And political because we've seen her past work.
Yeah.
Previous work.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how this will be. She's great, so I'm sure this movie will be pretty suspenseful.
Yes, it will. These are suspenseful times, bud.
I know.
Are suspenseful times.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's definitely pretty timely and relevant.
Yeah, I read this like Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then some stuff happened. So yeah, that's why it's interesting.
Some stuff happened.
But yeah, that's coming out July 9th. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, season 17.
That is your jam. I forgot it was your jam until you said it was coming out. I'm like, oh, that's right, that's your jam.
You know, I don't like it as much as like the older seasons, but it's so fun to watch. And this one, like, they got the highest budget they ever had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could just see in the quality and like what's gonna happen. I'm like, oh my God, like they have like a budget now.
Well, I need you to explain to me one day, like how they film, like how people have left and come back, like just because it's like didn't the one girl leave for a while?
No,
I thought she left and had her own show. Or
the main cast has always.
Are you sure they never left to do anything else?
The main cast has always been the main cast. They have done other shows,
but they never left the show. Okay, they were able to pull off other stuff. Okay,
yeah. They never. But this one, it looks like it's gonna be fun. I know there's gonna be an episode, a spoof of The Bachelor, and Frank's The Bachelor.
Shut up.
Yeah, like they show. Show parts of that. I'm like, oh, that's so funny.
But remember when he came out on that couch naked?
Yes,
remember he was in the couch.
He was like sewed in.
What? I was like, what? He's all sweaty. Yeah, butt naked. Danny DeVito. I was like, what in the world?
That show was great.
Yeah.
So,
oh my gosh.
This will be funny too.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Always Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
That show, jeez.
And they're also doing another Abbott Elementary crossover because last season of Abbott, because they're both set in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Last season Abbott, they were like volunteers for like the school. No, not volunteers. They had to for community service.
Yeah,
so they wouldn't go to jail. And then this episode in Always Sunny, it's from their perspective going to the school.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant. Actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is clever. But that is all of my news.
That's
I have
all
a
your
review,
news?
but I know you have some more news.
I have a little bit, but what's your review? Oh, well, I guess I'll
Yeah,
get my news. Yeah, you
yeah,
do have a review.
yeah.
I really didn't have much else. I mean, on the music front, some old head music news. Erica Badu just dropped a new single with Alchemist. It's called Next to You. It's a whole vibe.
I bet that The Alchemist. I don't really listen to him, but I know his style of music.
And she's just Erica
And
Badu.
her,
I mean,
yeah.
the woman was able to bottle her scent, and people bought it. People bought it. Yeah, that's a real thing.
They do that all the time.
She was like the first, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay. That's
just
weird.
saying.
That is
She's
weird.
like I told you, she's like a muse. She's a muse.
Believe that. Yeah.
Every time she goes up with a rapper, they put out their most creative,
and they don't
album.
work again for years.
And then they're all messed up. Andre 3000 had a baby with her, so he ain't been right in a minute. He's playing the flute. She left him. He started playing the flute. That's all I know.
You're right.
I mean,
he is
but
right.
yeah, but she's a beast. But I heard the song. I like it. It's a vibe. And you're going to be like, who nobody cares? But I care. The clips are back. Pusha T, No Malice. Pharrell's producing the tracks like it's 1997 and it's grinding. Look, they just dropped So Be It. You know, it had a few million views in a couple of days. I've listened to it about 47 times since I sent it to you. Oh my gosh, bud. It's as soon as the beat comes in, my head just went like this. Boom. I was just like, oh, this is it for me. I'll probably be saying so be it for at least 3 weeks. I'm just letting you know.
Oh yeah, here 4.4 million views.
Yeah, in what, 4 days?
Oh, and it's in black and white, like the grinding video.
But you gotta watch it. I'm telling you, it's not on Apple Music. You gotta watch this video.
I'm gonna watch it.
I was like, and it's like he's been sitting with these beats, just like I'm just gonna hold on to these for a little bit longer because they're so hard. The ones, I mean, I only heard one song. It's so hard. It's just, and he comes at Kanye. They come at Kanye. They come at Travis. I'm like, wow.
Not my goat, Travis.
I'm just saying. So be it. Oh, it's so hard. Anyways, so yeah, that's my music. And on the sports note, we forgot to mention Pittsburgh Steelers signed somebody. Or did we mention that?
We talked about
we did.
Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers.
Okay, we did.
What we didn't talk about was him getting engaged.
Oh, wait, he got engaged?
Yeah.
I didn't know he got engaged. Who did he get engaged to?
I forget.
Not Shannon Woodley or whatever her name is.
No, Shalene. Yeah, no.
Shalene.
It was like, because obviously he was at training camp and he was like wearing the ring, and they're like, "So we noticed your wedding band." He's like, "Yeah." So he got married in the offseason. He's so different.
But this season's going to be so not Pittsburgh. It's going to be like the most not Steelers season ever. Just the vibe, everything. It's going to just be like, what is this we're watching? Even if they win, it's going to be like the most. This doesn't feel like Steelers football at all. I can just feel it. I can just feel it. He's going to be such a Aaron Rodgers.
And except when he starts winning, then Pittsburgh's gonna be like, oh my god, I knew it. Super Bowl bound.
Hey, I'll be like, I was wrong, but a part of me really does feel like for some reason Tomlin's going to get his first losing season. I just have a weird feeling, but I don't know why.
We'll see.
I'm not the big football guy, you know. I'm not the big sports guy, but I got this weird feeling, man. I don't know, something. I don't know, but it also
I don't know either. I know that the Steelers receiving core was ranked 29th in the league, like upcoming.
Were they? Wow.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's bad. And they got rid of one of those receivers.
That's why they're ranked 29th.
Yeah. Oh, that's why they're ranked?
Yeah,
it was just based off of
it's going into this season.
Yeah. Well,
they'll be better than 29.
I would hope. Wow. We'll see. Well, and also, in sporting news, the Los Angeles Lakers were sold for $10 billion to Mark Walter, the CEO of TWG Global. So Jerry Buss's daughter. So I mean, she still has a stake in the team, but basically, it's no longer belongs to the Buss family,
which has been.
It's been what?
Decade
since the 60s,
70s, 60s,
60s or 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy because I'm like,
what is
TWG Global? Yeah. I don't know. I want to feel like they have to be like some type of representation or something. Yeah. Multinational conglomerate. They're a holding company. Yeah.
Holding?
Oh. Oh, they're really big.
Don't tell me BlackRock owns it.
No, Guggenheim Partners.
Oh.
Co-founder Mark Walter. Yeah, they're really big.
Wow.
Yeah, they're big time.
That has a. What's the average? Do you know the average price of like what sports teams sell for?
Well, they own the Dodgers, the Lakers, the Sparks. What? Yeah, they own a state.
LA.
They own LA. They have a.
I can't be talking about them anymore.
I know they'll be like knock knock knock. Like, we own this building, boy. You'll be like, damn it. They own or have a stake in the Dodgers, the Lakers, the Sparks, Chelsea FC, and RC Strasbourg, whatever that is. Oh, and they do F1 racing.
Dang.
They own Mario Andretti's global team. Andretti Global, they own that. They also own sports.
How much was the Lakers sold for?
$10 billion.
What'd you say? Jeez.
$10 billion. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. They own a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. This dude was born in 1960. I'm just going to look up his net worth real quick because I'm bored.
You're bored as we're recording.
I'm not bored. You know what I'm saying. It's figure of speech, bud. So, he's only worth $6.1 billion. Okay. No.
Only.
He might let me hold something. But anyway, so yeah, they were sold, and I wonder if they'll change the team's name.
The name?
It's funny. They could. They actually could.
They could change their uniforms.
They could do all kind of things. I mean, they're only called the Lakers because they were like in what, Milwaukee or Minnesota? Yeah. Where was it? Milwaukee.
I think it was Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's why they were the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are no lakes in Los Angeles, people.
Nope.
If you ever wondered why they were called the Lakers, they just never.
Isn't that why their colors are that too? It's from the.
That I don't know. Oh. That I don't know. You know, I feel like purple and yellow was an LA thing. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, because that's a
really very bold combination, but it works.
Yeah. It works. Yeah, it works.
But like, who would think to put those two together?
Jerry Buss, maybe. I mean, I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But $10 billion, man. 3,000 years from now, when there's like some broke buses somewhere, they're gonna be like, "We used to be billion." Like, yeah, 3,000 years ago. It take a long time to go broke off of $10 billion, but cash money. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but other than that, that's all I have for sports. You know.
Yeah.
Anime wise, manga wise, One Piece is still it. I bumped into my man Wild Bill at the wedding yesterday, and he's 9 months in. He is 8 episodes away from being current.
Wow!
Last night he said he was hoping to be current by the time he saw him
of a babies.
Yeah, for him to get to where he's at. But it was nice. I got to chop it up with him and talk it. Yeah, I was impressed, and he knew his shit. He was talking to me about stuff, and I was like, okay, I see you, Bill. So he's right there on the cusp. So kudos to him. Shout out to my man Bill.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah,
cannot be me.
Mm-hmm. He said his buddy keeps trying to get him to watch Dragon Ball Z.
And you can't go back.
Yeah, and he said One Piece is better, and I was like, it is.
You literally can't go. It's so outdated, and I respect it. Like, it is the founding father of what we all know and love, but just it is the presentation, like everything, the story, the pacing. It's just so outdated.
Yeah,
it just wouldn't be enjoyable.
He would struggle. I'm like, that's the pacing is.
It's like if you watch like I don't even. If you watch Andor and Star Wars and then watch A New Hope, you'll be like, oh man, New Hope
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just it's 2025 versus 1977.
Yeah. This is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw a movie.
Yes, I did. I saw the long anticipated 28 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Third movie of this franchise. Why this was a big deal was because Danny Boyle, the director, and Alex Garland, the writer of the first one, have teamed up again and worked on this one. So people were back. They were excited, and I saw it. And my review, it is horrifying, violent, yet beautiful. The latest installment in this franchise
I'll take that.
brings a refreshing take to the zombie genre.
As the first one did.
As the
Yes.
first one did.
I'll
And
take
we'll
that.
get into that because it's interesting. I feel like people don't really remember the first one. The
Yeah.
people that are angry about this one. Because this movie is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it is a bold summer blockbuster just because
Yeah.
it's different. Like, with the stuff they do and like what they
Yeah.
talk about, it is different. It's not your typical zombie killing movie. Like, oh, here's these cool kills, these
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
action scenes, these spooky zombies, just to have it. And it's also not your typical, zombies are monsters, but people are the real evil. It's not that
Yeah, yeah.
either.
Yeah.
It tackles themes with like accepting death and like militarism and patriarchy. So it's like interesting in that regard.
Yeah.
Subtly,
Yeah.
like you have to think about it.
Do you need to watch 28 Weeks Later?
No, not at all.
No.
You don't need to watch any of them. You don't need to watch 28 Days Later. You don't need
Yeah.
to watch 28 Weeks Later. No, you can just go into this. It has not. The only correlation is that it's the rage virus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you didn't watch any of them, they catch you up to speed. The first scene opens on like when the outbreak started. So, and then it time skips. But like I said, it's not for everybody. The first third of this movie is what you expect from the trailers, like this father-son navigating a post-apocalyptic world, like The Road, the movie The Road.
Yeah.
But even then, how they do in this movie, it's not what you expect.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's just not like, oh, they're out in this world because they have to be,
Yeah.
But that first third of the movie has some of the most intense scenes in it. Like, I was like, oh my god, like I'm so uncomfortable, and like you're just uncomfortable for this whole movie. Like it's bleak at a lot of times, but what they do with like there's like jarring camera angles, camera movements, editing. It was shot all on iPhones.
Really?
Yeah, it was shot on iPhones. Not the first movie to do it, but like I feel like something of this scale.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, which by no surprise, Danny Boyle, the director, has done stuff like this before. Like 28 Days Later was shot, one of the first big movies shot entirely on camcorders.
Yeah. Didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was like it was one of the first movies shot on camcorders. That's why it looks how it looked like.
Yeah.
Like, not the best.
Yeah.
But it adds a layer to it. And like same with the iPhone element. Like I'm not saying it looks bad, but it does add this layer of like
grittiness to it.
Grittiness, yeah. Like realness. And yeah, there's just like jarring moments and those techniques that aren't gonna work for everybody. But it works for me. Like it makes you uncomfortable, which what it's dealing with should make you uncomfortable. Yeah, it's just not a mainstream movie. Like with the techniques he does and like what they talk about, it really does subvert your expectations. And why, like you said, 28 Days Later did the same thing. I feel like people complaining about why this, like how weird this one is, does not remember what 28 Days Later was. Because not saying they're similar in tone, like this one does stuff differently, but that one's not a straightforward zombie movie either.
No.
And like what it talks about too, like it's not like a digestible
Hmm.
popcorn movie.
That's why I love the first movie. But
Yeah, it's very good. And I think you'd like this one too.
no, I wanted to see it actually. I just wanted to get the review first because
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
saw a
it
shout
really
out.
does subvert your expectations. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it is worth checking out. Acting is great. You know, Aaron Taylor Johnson's in it.
Kick
Jodie,
ass.
yeah, he's good. Jodie Comer as the mom's good. Ralph Fiennes in it. He's really good.
That's right. He is in it.
But for me, the standout is the child actor, who's the main character, Alfie Williams. That's his name. He plays his character's name Spike. He's really good. He's the lead. He's like 12 or 13. He's really good. Yeah, and this movie's gonna have you scared a lot of the time, just because the zombies are really creepy and there's creepy moments. But it's also gonna have, like, I've heard reviews where people are crying.
Really?
And completely understandable. It just tackles stuff like that, like morality and accepting death and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's different. It is different.
Well, I'm gonna try to make a point to get to it.
Yeah.
Because I want to see it. I like actually want to see it because that was always my thing when people would talk about zombie stuff. I was like, I like 28 Days Later. I like their take on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm watching. I mean, it's violent and whatever, but I didn't feel like I was watching a horror movie.
Yeah, and this one's the same thing.
So yeah, that's why I'm really like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I really want to see it. That's cool. And with Danny Boyle.
Danny Boyle,
yeah, Danny Boyle. I mean, he's Trainspotting too, right?
Trainspotting, Slumdog Millionaire,
Yeah,
127 Hours. Like, he's always done different stuff.
Yeah, and he's good.
He's good. He's not for everybody. I'll say that.
Yeah. But I mean, just the ones you rattled off right there. I mean, he had me thinking James Franco was going to win an Oscar one day.
Mm-hmm. He was nominated.
He did, man. I was like,
he got nominated.
I was like, James Franco is the next Heath Ledger. I was like, I'm telling you. Instead, he ended up being the next whatever.
But even in that movie, 127 Hours, it's like, how do you make a movie about a guy trapped?
Yeah.
In the canyon, but he did it.
He did it. Yeah. I've never seen it. Your cousin Courtney said it was so compelling.
That's what I've heard. I've never seen it either.
Yeah.
Like, there is gonna be, for 28 Years Later, there is a sequel coming out next year. So not made by Danny Boyle, but and the ending for this one, that's the biggest thing I'm seeing online. People do not like this ending, and I'm like, well, it is setting up the next movie. And I saw a funny review. They said if they had the same scene but just did it as a post-credit and had Cillian Murphy show up, you guys would be going crazy. So like when you watch the movie, just think that.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, people are complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're never happy. Never happy.
They're never, because like they're never happy because they're like, oh, I want original movies. I want something different, and then you get something different, and they're like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like this, because this is different.
It's different.
Refreshing. Zombie genre. We had The Walking Dead and all this stuff, but by the end of it, we're done. We're done with zombies.
Yeah,
this one does something new.
Well, I'm gonna check it out. I am.
Yeah.
I mean, the summer has started. The blockbusters have begun. So.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Every
week,
gonna
be a busy summer. Yeah.
F1 comes out next week. I'm seeing that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you're going hard, bud. Respect.
I have to. There's something I want to see every week.
I actually want to see F1 as well. I do want to see that.
I'm so excited for that one.
Yeah, I might have to start hitting them matinees. Something.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Take it back to the old days when I went by myself. Mom was like, where you going? One of the movies. Back in
That's funny. There was, when we were seeing it, we were like looking at the theater, and this one guy was like, oh, you seen 28 Years Later? And we were like, yeah. He's like, oh, I'm seeing it. But he was with his family.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm seeing it. They're seeing another movie. Like his wife and the two kids.
Yeah. He was like, I'm over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they were seeing Elio. He was not
Yeah.
watching Elio.
Yeah. What was the movie we went to when it was me and you in one theater and your mom and your sister in another theater?
We did it a couple times.
Yeah. But it was a time
I
when
wanna say
I tried.
Thor. I think it was
Was it Thor? Yeah. That's when your mom
think.
called me because there were giants in the lobby. Was that the time?
Oh no, that was a
Yeah.
different time.
That was a different time? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
didn't go together that time.
No, I wasn't with you on that one.
No, I mean me, you, mom, and Deja
Oh,
didn't drive there together.
Yeah, they were coming in. We were already in
That
the
did
theater.
happen though.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
with Thor 2. But I
Was
want to
that-
say that was
Yeah.
with Thor 2. But I want to
Yeah.
say Thor 1 we like drove together.
And they went to
Maybe
see
I'm
one thing.
wrong.
Oh,
But we have done that a couple times. Where me
Yeah,
and you would see a movie.
And then you go see a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was when that age gap between you and your sister was real.
Mhm.
It was real. It was like, yeah, you're like, I ain't sitting through that. I was like, okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You didn't want to sit through it either. Don't.
I did. I just went to
He's
sleep.
like, hey, bud, you wanna see this movie, right?
He was like, "Oh, we have an option." I was like, "Oh yeah, we have an option. We have an option." Yeah. Hey, she drugged me to see Rio 2 once, but that's all I know.
Oh yeah.
We were
Yeah,
the only people in the theater. I took a picture of her at the top of the theater. Yeah, there's no one else in that theater except us. And Bruno Mars showed up. I was like, Bruno Mars is in this movie? I was like, oh, that says everything I need to know about this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Bruno Mars is a singing parrot. I was like, here we go. But anyways. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of everything I had. But
yeah, that's all I have too. That's all.
Yeah, definitely want to check out 28 Years Later. Is it 28
Yeah,
years later?
It's 28 years later.
It didn't work out?
Actually, like in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's
like
the first one
26.
was 2002. So 23.
Okay. They tried. I tried.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough for me.
Yeah.
Sure somebody has something to say about that. But anyways, yeah. All right, well.
Yeah, really. Yeah, let me know what you think.
Yeah, we'll do. Until next time, he's Son.
And he's Pops.
Thank you for listening. Bing, bop, boom, bop, bop, bam. That's all I got.
You did that one already.